Hello and welcome to the Legacy Crusaders YouTube channel, and today we are learning how to play Plunder Patrol with CJ. Say what up, CJ.
What up?
Alright, cool. So I've attempted to do Plunder before, and the last time I attempted to do it, I had the unfortunate scenario coming up of my opponent being always on trap decks, and things that didn't match light, fire, or dark monsters in their deck. So pretty much, Plunder didn't do anything in those matchups. So hopefully we'll have a better run this time. We didn't do this last time, and I have asked, I don't know if you're familiar with, like, Douglas Hadad, who's been, like, fairly successful with Plunder lately.
I haven't, but I might check out some. Does he have, like, videos or anything?
He does not, but his lists have been posted. Every time you see a recent, like, Plunder success, it's been Douglas now. Douglas was, like, at my first ever regional, like, 2 tables away, and we talked about Infernoids before, like, I got my one regional top 8. So I asked him to do the video, and then he just never got back to me with, like, a time he wanted to do it, so I just kept putting off Plunder.
Gotcha.
Alright, so if you're new to the series, what happens is I bring someone on who knows how to play the deck. I don't know how to play the deck. I have no idea what I'm doing. So CJ is going to tell me what to do. I'm going to make the moves that CJ tells me to do, and I'm going to try to play the part of you, the audience, and ask the questions that you might have. So CJ, prepare to hear a bunch of questions that might appear too obvious, because I know what all the cards say, for the most part. And we're not going to be reading the cards to you guys. We have faith in you to be able to do that yourselves. We're just going to be talking about the decision-making process and some actual games. After we finish the duels, we'll go back to the deck list and discuss anything that may or may not have come up. So quick card by card, in case you want to pick up these cards, you can always try the TCGPlayer affiliate link in the description. We have 3 copies of Whitebeard, 3 copies of Redbeard, 3 copies of Black Eyes, the Plunder Patrol Sea Guide, I guess this is the new card, 3 Bluebeard, 3 Golden Hair, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Ghost Bell, 3 Pot of Desires, 1 Plunder Patrol Ship Shapes Ships Shipping, 1 Terraforming, 1 Foolish Burial, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 3 Emblem of the Plunder Patrol, 3 Plunder Patrol Shipyard, 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, and 3 copies of Plunder Patrol Butte. In the extra, we're on 3 Plunder Patrol Ship Lice, 1 Adamaspator Risen Dragite, 2 copies of Bran, 1 Bahamut Shark, 2 copies of Moerk, 1 Totally Awesome, 1 Access Code Talker, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 3 Blackbeard, the Plunder Patrol Captain, and 1 Almirage. In the side deck, we're on 3 Nib, 3 Radian, the multi-dimensional kaiju, 1 copy of Ghost Bell, 3 Droll and Lockbird, 3 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, and the 3rd Cosmic Cyclone. CJ, before we get started, is there anything about your list that the classic players of Plunder might disagree with that might need to be addressed before we get going? Because to me, it looks pretty standard.
I mean, I can't think of anything in particular. The only thing that haven't really looked into other lists like the one that you had mentioned, probably the kaiju one, because I know that Godarla, the Wind Kaiju, because of the barrier statue, comes up, fairly often. But Radion's kind of the one that you would need to play if you are going to play a kaiju, because you need a dark attribute, and he fulfills that condition, and you can remove him off the field. And the light kaijus are too big, so you can't really use them.
So the deck is relying on your opponent having the attributes that you need, and this is the only kaiju you can give them, and Moerk actually outs the kaiju, I guess?
Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily need your opponent. Like, it makes matchups difficult when your opponents are like playing in a virtual world. It's all wind and earth. You can't really interact with them until they're already going through their extra deck plays. Or Earth Machine. So this kind of gives us a way to control what our opponent is controlling, using, as well as booty, which also helps tremendously with that.
And if you had to, in a few words, describe what does Plunder do for anyone who's just new to Plunder? Because again, if you guys want a full breakdown of Plunder, that's not what this is here for. But what's the general idea of Plunders?
And the general idea is that you are trying to, for me at least, it's a control style gameplay. You're using Blackbeard or Whitebeard or Redbeard to tag out into your big ships so you can interact with your opponents, and all your extra deck monsters, they respond with different attributes. So you're basically grinding your opponent out slowly. Well, kind of slowly. You can roll through advantage once you get your resource loops going, which was what Black Eyes is really helpful for. He helps you. He's a free body on the field, and he keeps your resource loop going. So, but that's generally the gist of it.
Cool. All right, so we'll get into some games, and maybe I'll come up with some more ideas for questions as we go. And hopefully we win a lot, or at least, discuss a lot of important gameplay decision-making. Let's see if that works. So
Please,
I'm asking
hopefully.
For competitive opponents, but the last time I did this, I played nothing but Zhang Zhen, or however you pronounce it, and Flunderies, which I have yet to read.
Flunderies is a lot of normal summoning.
I am aware. Have you ever Nibiru'd someone off of only normal summons?
I I would say if I had played against Yosenju when I had Nibiru, then probably.
All right, I like Yosenju. Well, it looks like again we're up against Drytron. We have one Interrupt, and it's Imperm, so I guess we're holding this for either, what is it, Diviner or Mubei.
I would, yeah. I didn't see. Did they add Benton off of Prep?
They did.
So, oh, straight for the Meteonis.
Well, that's usually a bad sign for us.
Mm-hmm.
That could mean Herald of Perfection is already in play.
Okay. Ultimateness Pass. They have Benton, so they have at least one negate. I don't see a particular reason why we don't just bait one of them out with the Imperm.
I agree. Because unless they have another fairy... All right,
they don't. Not. So they have Benton and one other card. I would activate Foolish Burial first.
Is there a card worth foolishing before we commit to banishing our deck?
Yes. Golden Hair. She's like the Nutso extender. So Golden Hair, so now... We can put on Pot of Desires here. It doesn't particularly matter.
If you think we should wait, we can wait.
I usually like to try to save my pots for when I need to. But what I would do here is I would activate Golden Hair's Effect in Grave. And we're going to pitch the Whitebeard. Either of them. I'm going to special summon her.
Attack, defense.
Doesn't matter which zone.
Right.
Does not matter. Yeah. And then we're going to activate Whitebeard's Effect. He summons a Plunder Patrol from the deck. This one is kind of hard in this specific scenario. Which one to choose from? I would probably go with Redbeard in this case.
It's so weird when they're all water and their names are all colors.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Golden Hair locked us into Plunders, right?
Correct. So we are locked into Plunders. Now I would go ahead and go into use Pot of Desires.
Okay, so there's a chance we might have banished our Redbeard or something.
Yeah, it's not come up just because you run a lot of the monsters that... Oh, perfect. Black Eyes is fantastic right now. Alright, so... Let's see. Gonna go into our extra deck. And we want to... Let's see. We have access to light. So... we should... What I think we should do is we are gonna go into... link off into Blackbeard.
Alrighty.
And we are not going to activate Redbeard's effect.
Oh, poor Redbeard. Okay.
Phantasme.
So that means they have Phantasme Ben 10.
I think... Because
it's actually tempting to use this Ash.
I really think we should Ash, because he's going to be relying on his top deck at this point.
Alright.
And we're gonna be out advantaging him in this case. So, now we're going to activate Black Eyes in hand.
Alrighty.
So he's going to add back one of our Plunder Patrol monsters. I think in this case...
Well, we've already used white.
We've already used white, and we have white in hand, so... I would say grab a Redbeard. And it does not matter, attack and defense. And then we're going to activate Blackbeard's effect, targeting Black Eyes. Blackbeard is... Yeah, we're going to special summon Liss. And he summons that, and he draws... Oh my god, he draws us in Shipyard. Fantastic. Alright, so Liss has two effects. One, he is a monster negation. Discards a Plunder Patrol card, and then if he's equipped with a Plunder Patrol card, he adds one. That's what the monsters extra deck monsters do. So... What I'm thinking right here is we're going to activate Shipyard. We're going to activate Shipyard's effect, pitching Redbeard. And we need to search for a Copley... I would normally say, in this case, Booty, but I want to get rid of the Herald, so we're going to actually search for Emblem.
So it's just going to put another card on the field so we gain more attack?
Exactly. And then we're going to activate Redbeard's effect. It's going to attach itself to Liss. It doesn't matter because we're going to summon Liss, or we're going to summon Redbeard during main phase 2.
Alright.
So then we're going to equip Liss with Emblem. So now we are big enough to run over the Herald.
And
also deal in some... Yeah, let's go into battle phase.
Just making
Let's
sure we
attack.
don't play too slow. Oh, I did that? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. He has 31.
Yeah, we
My
could have
bad.
put him at half-life. It's fine.
I was concerned about taking too long.
That's fair. So main phase 2, we're gonna activate Lys's effect on field. Special summon the Redbeard. It doesn't matter which zone or attack or defense, and then just set the imperm wherever column you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I should have made sure the middle column was going to be free, just in case. All right, I guess that's it, right?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Is there a reason we didn't use the Redbeard originally?
We didn't need to. I wanted to keep him in grave in case we drew into Black Eyes or anything like we did.
If we did activate it, was there anything we could have done with it?
Not really. It would have equipped itself to Blackbeard, and Blackbeard doesn't gain any effects when he's equipped, so it wouldn't have really accomplished anything.
All right. So we're on the Drytron matchup. What do you think?
Draw and Lockbird, like 100%. I would side in the third Ghost Bow. I feel like that'll come up pretty significantly. I'm not entirely sure on the. We might want to put in a Kaiju, just because if he's ending on Ultimateness, we can try to get rid of it. I think that's worth it.
All three or just one?
I would say 2 or 3. I'm not.
Well, now we got to cut 7 cards.
Yeah, so first thing, we're going to cut out Cosmics.
Whoops.
We want to keep the emblem. I would cut a copy of Terraforming. A copy of Ship Shaping. Foolish Burial. And then might consider cutting imperms. I'm not entirely sure.
I think we need.
I don't know how many.
This matchup is too brutal if we let them get too far.
That's fair. So then let's take out 1 copy of Redbeard. And then 1 copy of Booty.
Alright. Seems good. Let's get frustrated when we take a while to make plays, but they don't know what we're actually like.
Alright, we open Droll and we open Dash. That's pretty good.
I guess we don't care if they get that far, right?
I consider ashing this just by the fact that if they have a live orange light, that means our Droll will be protected.
Fair enough.
It does not look like they have one.
I tend to like to hold it just in case they search like a specific one. Oh, this is like the best thing they could like get rolled on. Because sometimes Orange Light Eva just means they search Diviner and have like their starter, which would have also been a solid place to draw. I suspect the potential Rage Quit immediately.
Yeah.
Even though we don't technically have like a play starter.
No, but we do have Desires, which is
anything.
probably it could be anything. It could even be a play starter.
Foolish.
Okay, so Foolish. So they're probably just going to try to end on Mu Beta Fafnir, I'd imagine.
I mean, if they have the ritual spell, they might be able to summon something.
What did they search off of Cyber Emergency? Did they search Alpha?
They searched Zeta, which is the ritual spell searcher.
So that tells me that they don't have their ritual spell.
Otherwise,
yeah, they would have gotten Alpha.
We have Rage Quit Drytron.
Good start.
It feels like his hands were awkward, and we had roll in the time when it mattered more. So I don't know what that tells us about our matchup with Drytron. I feel like the Drytron match is probably not a good matchup for this deck.
Probably not. Herald of Ultimateness kind of ends our existence quite often. Herald of Orange Light's pretty detrimental because we do use a lot of monster effects.
Just to clarify, we are going second deck, I believe, right?
I generally try to go first.
Just verifying.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, going second against like Drytron nowadays is almost suicide, so...
Yeah, it's quite difficult. Like, unless you're opting to play more hand traps, I typically play this as a going first deck. And it's worked pretty well for me so far.
Okay, let's get into another match.
I will say, even with the Drytron matchup, just by the nature of them being light monsters, it kind of makes that easier on our part. Because we get access to arguably our best chip.
Arguably. I mean, Mowork banishes a card, right?
Mowork banishes, Bran banishes spell traps, and then they also search different things. So Bran would search monsters. Oh. I would say go ahead and Ash the... No. We're going to Imperm first. I say Imperm just... Well, no. Sorry. Okay, that's fine.
Too late.
I'm struggling over here for no reason.
It's all right. I mean, if we're just playing around like talents.
That's exactly what I was trying to think of. That's going to search home, which is their E-Tele. I would say let that go through and then just Ash the home. Because they have to discard a card. So. Oh no, they're grabbing Troublesome.
I'm not familiar with this card.
Troublesome is gonna add one of the live twin holiday ones, and I believe one of them special summons himself from the hand. So I would probably Ash this, because they're gonna have access to their plays.
Alright, this is a new deck I also keep forgetting to...
They also have the home, okay.
Alright, so this is a deck I forget is out because it doesn't get played that often. Definitely on the list of how to plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're playing with a pre-release?
I always have that on, but it's just because it's really difficult to get games when you restrict the matchups too much.
That's fair. So I was just asking because they're probably going to go into their Link 4.
Oh, that'll be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm. And right now, Cosmic Cyclone doesn't do too much. So they draw a card. And there's only 4.
Alright, I'm not familiar with this card. What does it do?
So it tributes itself as a quick effect to summon the evil twins out of their graveyard, which means you can proc the Link monster's effects. And then it also has a ignition effect to banish itself and then send an evil twin to just non-targeting send a card on the field of the grave. So it helps a lot with their biggest issue, which is getting over big monsters that are untargetable.
Gotcha. Alright, so any thoughts on how to proceed?
I would probably just Cosmic Cyclone that back row. Because we don't know what it is. And considering they're playing Drill, they're probably on a lot of hand traps and back row stuff, so that probably might be an Imperm. Or Call by the Grave.
That could have been a problem.
Oh, that could have been, and they unfortunately probably drew it for turn. So now from here, we're going to normal summon Golden Hair. Golden Hair is our 1.5 card Blackbeard.
Alright.
So we'll see when they choose to...
Ow.
And that does that, yeah. We'll see when they choose to do something. So we're going to link off into Almirage.
Ow.
Nothing yet.
It's Trickstar.
Yeah, basically. And then we're going to use Golden Hair's effect. Pitching Redbeard. Nothing yet.
Ow.
If they were to do something, it would be now. Let's not trigger Redbeard.
Not trigger Redbeard?
No, we don't need to. Because we want him in grave, because we have booty, so we're going to be reborning him.
I get that. My only concern is that he can always bring back the one that pops a card, and we have Almirage, but at this point we're only protecting...
But Redbeard's going to be equipping itself. It doesn't summon itself back or anything. So there is no reason to equip it. He doesn't give any protection or anything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we Almirage to protect Golden Hair?
Mm-hmm. At the very least, we have a body. So they draw a card. And at this point, we just have to set booty. And pass turn. It's unfortunate, but that's kind of what we had to do in that specific scenario. We didn't have any extenders that we could have used. So that's going to non-targeting send something. We kind of have to go ahead and use Booty's effect, because it's probably going to send the back row. We're going to activate it. We're going to call... I would call... In this case... It doesn't actually technically matter. Let's call... Water, actually. Yeah, let's call water. And this is kind of showcasing one of Plunder's biggest sales is that their initial plays are very resource intensive.
Special?
Yeah, we're going to special it.
How?
So the what they should do is send the Redbeard back. And then that's going to pop gold in here. Trigger effect.
He was still sent.
I mean, we can, but it's not going to accomplish anything.
What is he? I forget which ones do which when they're sent. So
yeah, so when Redbeard's sent, he equips himself to a Plunder Patrol in the field.
Okay, so that doesn't accomplish anything.
No.
Okay, I keep thinking of them like summoning them. I think a different one does that, right?
Yeah, Whitebeard's the one that summons from deck. Black Eyes, whenever it's sent from the field, it summons a Plunder Patrol from the spell trap zone. And then Bluebeard just discards to draw. We might be dead here.
That's okay. Oh, look, a bomb.
Yep.
So this is a deck we can look forward to seeing next format, I guess, or whenever this Link 4 is released.
I think so. They have a lot of potential. Okay, yeah, that's lethal. Just the Link 4 Evil Twins are super consistent. Like, I would not be surprised if they pop up here and then. Nibiru. I've played against Evil Twins before, so Nibiru 100%. I would say Lightning Storm as well. Well, no, actually, no, we're going to try to go first, so never mind, ignore that. Ghost Bell. Ghost Bell for sure. And I would go ahead and take out the Cosmic Cyclones. The Foolish Burial and the Ship Shapes.
Alright, good to go?
I think so, yes.
Alright, so I noticed we only play one shape shifts, or ship shapes, and we keep taking it out. Is it just like...
It's
like the 40th card, I guess?
I mean, partly. It's really useful for its grave effect. It's the fusion spell for the deck, but it's not like... It's just polymerization, and then it banishes itself from the grave to equip a Plunder Patrol card onto a Plunder Patrol you control, which is very useful, but there's not much particular reason to run it any more than one.
Alright.
Like, you're not... this is normal summon Whitebeard and pass with set imperm. I might hold off on the booty just because we don't really need it yet.
Alright.
And booty has the unfortunate side effect of if you don't control a Plunder Patrol during the end phase, it destroys itself.
Oh. Like the Monarch's Erupt.
Except it's during either end phase.
Yeah.
So they are going to evenly match us.
Huh. Well, we already have a Whitebeard in hand.
Well,
what do you think is more relevant? Imperming the starter, or...
I would keep Whitebeard. We have Ghost Bell for their Link monsters. And when they summon a Live Twin, we can search for we can special summon lists. So if they try to go into any more monster plays, we can negate that, and then trigger Whitebeard in hand in the process.
Let this go and wait for the other one?
I would wait for the other one real quick.
Alright, because Ghost Belling them while sounding okay,
So that now they have a light. So now I would go ahead and activate Whitebeard's effect. We're going to special summon Liss. Let's just keep it to the left zone, yeah. So now we have a monster negation, and it searches for any Plunder Patrol card in our deck if it destroys a card.
This is a newer Live Twin, right? Where they draw a card?
Mm-hmm. That's just the effect to summon the Plunder Patrol from the spell trap zone is a quick effect, but we want to keep it equipped for now.
Alrighty.
It does, yeah. It doesn't search if it's not equipped with the Plunder Patrol card. So this, I would go ahead and activate. Yeah, let's activate Ghost Spell, because the biggest issue with all the strongest issue against all of them, the Plunder Patrol ships, is that you can ash all of their interaction.
Because they all decide that randomly we're just gonna let us add another card or draw a card, right?
Yeah, they're attempting to recur themselves because they discard for cost a Plunder Patrol card for cost. So I understand what they're trying to. Damn, they open double evenly matched. Okay.
I guess we'll just have to negate the next one.
Yeah, because that summons from the deck. Mm-hmm. They'll most likely just end on Kiss a Kill.
Well, if they activate it, we negate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just gonna end on this and pass. I wouldn't worry about that now. Let's just go into our turn. And we have Nibiru.
That looks like it'll be useful at some point.
Probably. So, I'd say we proc. Actually, real quick, go into their graveyard real quick. I wanted to remember what the trigger for the new Kiss a Kill monster is.
If we add a card from our deck to our hand, they can banish it and draw a card.
Well, we don't have to worry about that yet. I would force them. Let's try to go into battle phase.
Just want to confirm. Also, I think they have to control one.
While you control an evil twin monster, yep.
Okay, so if we just kill it, we can then do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Should we summon or just attack?
I would just attack first.
Well, they're attempting to prevent us from entering.
Yeah. So now, chain Liss. Special or negate. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Negate. Yeah, with Whitebeard. Let's see if they have the effect Veiler. Okay. We are going to chain Liss to special summon Whitebeard out of our spell trap zone. So they'll get to special summon. We get to activate Whitebeard and Grave. They should just destroy Liss. We just run it over anyway, yeah. And here, I want to grab Golden Hair.
Is there no possibility? Well, they're both 11, which is kind of big.
Yeah. So if we had the option to add Black Eyes, I would do that, but we don't. So we're just special summoning. So it's either Golden Hair or Redbeard, because we have the booty in hand, so that we can start cycling through our guys.
All right. So Golden Hair.
Golden Hair.
All right.
So now at this point, we're gonna link off into Blackbeard.
That's getting really annoying.
Let's go into battle phase.
And we have to run over the blue one first, right? Is this one
yes. Yes. So we're gonna run over Lila first. And actually, while we're in the battle phase, I want to activate Blackbeard's effect, targeting itself. We're gonna special summon Mowerk.
Will he have enough attack to get over it, or will we just have to activate the banish?
Yeah, I want to summon him in defense position. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Let's get List. Let's get List back on the online. We're gonna be able to draw a card off of this. Yeah. So, and we got Emblem. Fantastic. That's fine. They can draw a card, and then List attacks over Kill.
Yeah, I wasn't like comfortable leaving either of those two monsters on the board forever.
No, I definitely would have gotten rid of both of them. Right. Main phase 2. So now I will just set Emblem, or I'm not Emblem. I'm sorry, Booty, and I would just pass turn right here.
All right. So we do have a negate because we have a Plunder card, right?
Correct. And at any point after we've used our List effect, end of main phase. There's no reason to activate Booty. Booty has to target a monster they control in order to do the Reborn effect.
Oh. Okay, I think that might have come up in the last time I attempted to do this and didn't catch that part.
Yep. Okay. And we even got Whitebeard. Fantastic. So we're going to start with List effect. We're going to special summon Blackbeard. This could fetch... Yeah, okay. Fantastic. We should be able to kill them this turn.
Alright.
And then we're going to activate Golden Hair Engrave. We're going to pitch that Whitebeard. And Whitebeard is going to summon Redbeard. And then we're going to Synchro into Brawn. Just want to make sure we're counting our summons. We're at 4. And then we are going to activate Redbeard's effect. And we're going to equip it to List. Alright, and then... Let's see. 25, 5,000, 21. We can activate Blackbeard's effect during the battle phase, so we don't have to equip Emblem. I would just keep Emblem in hand in case we need to negate something.
Gotcha.
So.
But the only things really left to summon are the Mowerks, right? Which have kind of a small attack point value.
Yeah, but they brand boosts all Fiend monsters by 500.
Oh, that's
so cool. it would be at 1,500, so it would have been enough for lethal after we attack with Blackbeard.
Alright.
Alright. So most likely going second.
Yeah, just because they put it evenly, I still think they're going first. I think they just thought we would go first, which they were right.
Yeah. Or more specifically, they probably thought we were going to make a bigger board than what we ended up doing.
Alright. What do you think here? We could Kaiju and just get rid of the guys that they're gonna...
I like that idea. Just Kaiju, just their evil twin that turns off the one in the grave. That means they can't summon any of them. So, what to take out is a question. Yeah. I would say... Let's see. Let's go with Terraforming. 1 Redbeard and 1 Booty.
Alright. Let's see if they can protect their booty. Arg. Alright.
Well, we have the Kaiju. So, that being the case...
Do we let them get to a particular point? Because, I mean, they're going to draw a card extra this turn if we let them do this.
That's true. That being... Well... I would say we hold the Ash for that card draw then. If we already have the Kaiju for their Link 4, then I would just Ash them when they try to get an extra draw. So they summon Frost.
So Ash this card? For the
yeah, I think so.
Oh, he didn't do it. Or he has to do it now.
He has to do it now. Yeah, he has to do it after this.
All right. So we are ashing Upstart Goblin.
I mean,
I mean, I don't know what else he's gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a one-card combo, so, like, there's only so much you can...
I mean, if we could, like, take control of the board, we might want to save this for their recovery.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Like, it's tempting to use it here because we don't know if it'll be useful at any other point.
I just don't want them to give them, like, more options. Just drawing into, like, another hand trap.
Options, then it might be better to wait.
That's fair. Okay. It also didn't help that we didn't draw particularly well, but let's see what the top deck holds. And we're good. All right, let's start off with a kaiju. Let's turn off their everything.
All right.
And then I want to bait the Ash, so I would go ahead and I would pot it to die right now.
Well, sometimes it also helps to just figure out what your options are before you get your play line going.
There's the Ash. Okay, so what I would suggest is to normal summon Whitebeard. We're going to activate Bluebeard in hand. We're going to link off into Blackbeard. And then we're going to activate Whitebeard's effect. I don't want to activate Bluebeard because we have a Plunder Patrol in hand, so we don't need to dig for anything.
What
particular.
is Bluebeard's effect? Just out of curiosity, just to make sure I know.
Yeah, he discards a card to draw one card.
Okay.
Okay.
What should we summon?
Let me see what we have left. Do we have... Okay, cool. We have at least 2 of everything. That's really good.
All right.
It's going to be red. I would say... Probably say golden hair. Just having golden hair engraved is always nice. It helps you play through anything. You just always have her as a body.
Okay. Golden hair?
Yep.
Okay.
Torrential Tribute.
Is there something we could summon that would float that would be worth...
Nothing floats, but I do want to activate Blackbeard's effect because we will still get to draw a card.
Okay.
And that card could be something to pitch for Golden Hair so that we can use Emblem. Or we'll get Effect Veilered. That's fine.
Nothing wrong with that.
So here are our options right now. We can Golden Hair, pitching Ash Blossom, and then equip Emblem. And then Emblem has an effect to send itself to the graveyard to special a Plunder Patrol from the Ector deck. This one is a little bit better than the other ones because it is both players' field and graveyards, as opposed to most of the time, which is just your opponent's stuff.
All right.
Or we could pass turn. Okay. And Ash their normal summon for next time. Because I don't think they'll be able to assemble lethal, so we are not in any particular rush to set up a board.
I'm leaning towards pass turn.
Yeah.
All right.
This saves us on cards that we can use for next turn. Like that one. I think now would be where we should start ashing things, yeah.
Get ashed. Take that. Oh my gosh, the 500 damage.
Is that time in the round?
Unfortunately, it is. All right.
Oh, that's such a perfect top deck. All right, we're going to activate Black Eye's effect. We're going to get back our Whitebeard. And now we're going to activate Golden Hair's effect.
Pitching Whitebeard?
Yep. And we activate Whitebeard's effect.
And what do we get? Red or blue?
Let's get red. So we have lucky. It'd be like that sometimes.
All right.
Let's go into Blackbeard again.
Who do we use though?
We're going to use. We're gonna use Golden Hair for sure, and I'm thinking we'll use Redbeard. There's a play line in my brain of using Black Eyes to summon the Red. Yeah, we're gonna equip it. I think. Yeah. We're gonna equip the Blackbeard.
All right.
Unless you don't want to take the 500, let's go into battle.
I think I can handle 500.
Okay. So let's attack. It doesn't matter which one.
Ow! Alright, I regret that. That's painful.
Ah.
I'm glad you know what these evil twins do, because I'm not too familiar. I do know that enemy controller is kind of a fun card to play with them, because you just tribute off one of the two guys to tribute the second one. I mean, the trigger.
Yeah. While we're in the battle phase.
Yeah.
We're going to activate Blackbeard's effect, targeting Black Eyes. This is going to get us our list. And we got another Kaiju.
Alright.
Main phase 2. We're going to activate List's effect to special summon Redbeard. And we best pass turn from here.
Okay, so just
Yeah,
to
we have to
clarify
keep-
what we have in play.
So we have Blackbeard and Redbeard can both tag out into the extra deck ships. We have List, which is a monster negation, and they just keep adding card. Okay, yeah. So Blackbeard would draw us a card. List would search us a card. So we can keep our resources going.
So what are the requirements to draw a card? That these guys go to the graveyard while equipped? Or
Blackbeard is the one that lets them draw a card. It's part of his effect. Whereas red and white just tag out. Blackbeard tags out and also draws a card.
Okay.
For the other ships, I think you usually have to destroy them. Like Mowork, if it banishes while it's equipped with a Plunder Patrol card, it'll add a Plunder Patrol spell trap. And Bran, when it banishes a spell trap, if it's equipped, is going to search a monster. And then List, if it negates and destroys the monster while it's equipped, then it's going to search a Plunder Patrol card.
Okay, cool. Alright. I feel like any other match we might start might take too long, so let's head back to the deck list and just discuss anything that may or may not have come up during the games. Alright, welcome back to the deck list. Anything that you can think of that didn't come up that's worth mentioning?
Just something that you had brought up about ship shapes. It is kind of like do you really need to play this card? And you technically don't, just because you can tag out into the fusion anyway. But it makes for just really good pitch fodder and something that you can just, either add off a shipyard and then pitch with Golden Hair, or pitch off one of the big ships, and it keeps your resources going. So I guess you can call it a garnet, but it's not really. It's just like a card that's there.
Would you ever actively search this card?
In some cases, usually if I'm trying to send it off so that I can equip something from my deck. I have searched it before.
Okay, that is relevant, because that is like a common issue. Like, I play Infernoid, which I'm sure no one's really surprised by that I've said this a billion times. But people are always asking, like, is this Infernoid card worth playing? And I said, would you ever search it? And the answer is no, then it probably doesn't belong in the deck list. So that's like my criteria for whether or not a card makes the cut. Would you ever search it? Is there a scenario where it would be desirable to search? I mean, you might want to draw it in like a fluky scenario, but to search, I mean, if you have access to searching, there might be a better target.
I mean, in this case, there's not really a better target for what Ship Shapes does. You don't really have a lot of graveyard effects in your spell traps. Like, aside from Shipyard, which didn't come up this time, but Shipyard can bounce a Plunder Patrol card to set itself from the graveyard.
I've played against Plunder in the past, and I've seen them, like, set Plunder over... they set shipyard over shipyard, and then use the other shipyard to pick up a booty, and then they lightning storm me.
Yeah, that's something that you can do.
Yeah, so they can actively try and remove their face-up cards from the field. I mean, they were under Mystic Mine, so I mean they had to do it. But but I thought that was a pretty cool, neat thing worth knowing. So shipyard can just recover itself, right?
Yeah, shipyard is a fantastic field spell.
Yeah, field spells that just search any card in your deck is pretty good. Anything else you could think of that didn't come up?
Just a couple of the beginning play lines. Like, we didn't get to go into Dragite. You usually accomplish that by Bluebeard plus another Plunder Patrol, usually Golden Hair. So that's an alternative line you can do. Golden Hair and Bluebeard to go into Dragite, just so you have a live spell trap negation, since they're all water.
Let's demo that.
Sure.
Let's don't shuffle.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, if you have that, or you have
card in hand to discard or anything.
Yeah, you would need another card just for Golden Hair to summon herself back, but you only really get that going if you have another card, like another extender, like Black Eyes, because otherwise you're just making Dragite and Golden Hair. So
is this good enough for a hand?
Yeah, if you open those 3 cards, or a way to access those 3 cards, you can do Dragite and Blackbeard.
But it could be any Plunder card, right?
Maybe. I think it would specifically have to be. Actually, no. Ship Shapes actually also works as well.
Okay, so let's try and demo that real quick. I mean, we do it wrong. I'm just curious. What is the play line that goes into Dragite? So
you would normal summon Golden Hair. You're gonna activate Bluebeard in hand.
So Bluebeard's just a free summon.
Yeah, Bluebeard's just a free summon. You just go into Dragite. You can, in a scenario like this, you would activate Bluebeard's effect to cycle through your deck a little bit. Just get rid of one of our desires. Then from here, we would activate Golden Hair, Engrave, pitching the Ship Shapes. This is the part where Ship Shape comes in. So now, Ship Shape's Grave effect. We're going to equip Golden Hair with a copy of Emblem.
So Ship Shapes is more about putting on Emblem than Fusion Summoning.
Emblem or a Plunder Patrol that's not in circulation. Emblem, you activate that, and that's going to turn Golden Hair into a copy of Blackbeard. If you open Black Eyes, you can do the same thing, because you can just recur back your Bluebeard to special summon itself, and then you have enough mats to go into Blackbeard. Another alternative opening line is, and it would be with the same cards, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So instead of going into Dragite, we would make Bahamut Shark go into Toad. So we'll start with normal summon Golden Hair. Bluebeard summon. Overlay into Bahamut Shark.
Attach Golden Hair?
Mm-hmm. And you get your little Toad friend, which Toad can also just recur back your Plunder Patrol monsters, which is just really nice. So Golden Hair pitches whatever. Yeah. And then we link off Bahamut and Golden Hair into Blackbeard. So it's small. It's not like super flashy or anything, but these are just kind of things that you can make your board a little bit more tough to break through.
Okay, so your turn 1 setups. Besides just placing plunders on the board to hopefully tag into appropriate attributes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only times you're usually going into non-plunder monsters is either the beginning of the duel or towards the end when you're trying to you're trying to break up and clean up your board. Which, another just small fun fact, Bran boosts all other Fiend type monsters, so your cards like Nightmare Unicorn can also get boosted by its effect, which is just a fun little tidbit.
Okay, it also says all other, so do note it itself is 25.
Yeah, it itself does not get boosted.
That's lame. Alright.
But if you have 2 bronze, they boost each other.
Oh, okay. That's less lame.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you can think of before we sign off?
Nothing else off the top of my head now.
All right, cool. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, please hit the subscribe button and, tell us what you want to see in the comments. If you have more questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them down there. And we'll see you next time. Thank you, CJ.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. All right.